the important lesson that New York City needs to come away from the experience of Hurricane Sandy with is that Sandy itself was a very idiosyncratic event. It required a number of events to come together in exactly the wrong way. And the chances of those events coming together again in exactly the same way, having exactly the same impacts, are very low. Not impossible, but very low. And therefore, what we as a city need to do as we come out of Hurricane Sandy is, of course, help the people that were impacted to rebuild. But equally importantly, we need to take the lesson of Sandy to be that we are vulnerable as a city. We as a coastal city in particular need to think about the risks that we face going forward. And we need to make sure that we've properly framed the questions that we're answering, understanding what those challenges are, and that then we put together an achievable plan for beginning to address those challenges. And it's very important for us to start to make our investments today, because the problem of climate change is a problem that is only going to get worse with time. And so the longer we wait, the farther behind we fall, and the harder it will be for us to catch up to that problem. The time horizons that we're talking about are really a time horizon that government is best able to focus on. And so certainly government will have to play a driving role. But in the United States, in a democratic country, the government will only be focused on what the population at large is focused on. And so it's very important for those of us who care about this issue and those of us who understand the gravity of the issue to make sure that the public is not just informed, but is informed in a way, and the problem is framed in a way where the public isn't so overwhelmed by that problem that they just turn off. And so that's also, I think, a very important part of this conversation, that on the one hand, we need to make sure that people understand the magnitude of the problem, because that's what's going to get their attention. But on the other hand, you can't give them a problem the magnitude of which is so great that it just seems like it's impossible to address it.